The topic is fractional distillation. Now, fractional distillation is a method that differs from normal distillation. Through fractional distillation, a large number of components, which are called as fractions, present in the mixture, they can be separated. Fractional distillation is defined as the special type of distillation used to separate a mixture of liquids that have different boiling points. Generally, this method is used when the liquid components differ in the boiling points by about 25 degrees Celsius or less than one another. So they will have different boiling points. Now, this figure shows the fractional distillation of mixtures of liquids. Now, in this also the setup is same as the distillation. This is the distillation flask which is provided with the thermometer. In this, the more volatile liquid, it will form the vapor, and less volatile liquid, it will stay in the distillation flask. Now, this is the fractionating column which is provided so that the more volatile vapor can reach. This volatile vapor, it reaches into the Lidbig's condenser so that it can condense into the liquid form, and here in the receiver we can obtain the desired liquid. So we can separate a mixture of liquids that have different boiling points using the fractional distillation. Now let us see the next method, which is chromatography. Chromatography is a technique that can be used to separate the colored components of ink. It is done on a special paper which is called as the chromatography paper. The basic principle used for the separation in this method is that even though two or more substances are dissolved in the same liquid, their solubilities will differ. Now, some solids may be more soluble than the other solids. Let us understand this by doing a simple activity. Now let us read about this activity. The aim of this activity is to separate the colored components of ink using the method of chromatography. The materials required are the chromatography paper, scissors, a scale, a pencil, sketch pens of different colors, four color jars, and water. Now procedure is: cut four thin strips of chromatography paper with the help of scissors. Using a scale, measure a length of 3 cm from bottom and draw a line across the width of each of the chromatography paper. At the center of the line of each paper, put a small drop of ink. You can use the sketch pens of different colors and allow it to dry. Now carefully lower one of the papers in jar containing about 5 ml of water in such a manner that the bottom of paper, it just touches the surface of water. You can use a pencil to suspend the paper in the jar. Repeat the same with other papers and leave the setup undisturbed for about 30 minutes and watch carefully the water rising on the chromatography paper. So we can see that this is the chromatography paper, and we should put the dot with the help of the different color sketch pens on the center of this mark and dip this paper into the water and leave this for about 30 minutes. Now we see that water is rising above this chromatography paper and different colors are obtained of the ink on this chromatography paper. Now, the observation of this activity is that we will see different colored bands on the chromatography papers rising to the different heights. Now, let us see the conclusion. Ink is a mixture of different colored components. As the water rises on the chromatography paper, it takes the different colored components along with it. Now, these colored components, they have different levels of solubility in water, and as a result these colors are seen at different levels. Now the basic principle used in this technique is on the basis of solubility. Some substances have more solubility, some have less. So because of this, the colored components will have different levels of solubility in water, and due to this we will see different colored bands on the chromatography papers, and we can separate these different colored components from the ink. I hope you understood this topic well. Thank you.